fellow gamers, and welcome to the first video in a brand new series. In this series, I'll be pitching new ideas for films, video games, anime, and many other types of media. In this video, however, I'll be talking about new Pikmin types for future installments in the Pikmin franchise. With Pikmin 4 just about a week away from release, I figured it would be fun to talk about new possibilities for future games. With that said, I'm eager to get started, so let's jump right into it. First up, meet the green Pikmin, alternatively known as the grass Pikmin. These Pikmin are heavily attuned with nature, possessing green leafy bodies that allow them to better camouflage in forest environments. They have long curled up tails and other reptile-like features such as their hands and feet. They are about the same height and size as the standard red, yellow, and blue Pikmin. Although bipedal, these Pikmin tend to stand and walk on four legs when moving about to compensate for carrying their long tails. However, in some cases, such as when remaining idle or carrying objects, they'll stand and walk on two respectively. Bearing some similarities to reptiles, these Pikmin have the ability to climb sturdy trees, enabling them to reach and drop things like fruits that grow on higher branches. They can also swing from trees, helping each other or even the player character to reach other long-distance platforms. The player would be able to throw and command these Pikmin to carry out such tasks by directing them towards their target. Furthermore, these Pikmin are adept at plucking nectar from grass due to their closeness with nature, and would do it quicker than other Pikmin types. So, fun fact before moving on to the next Pikmin, many of these types are actually inspired by Pokemon types, with the former being related to grass. The next Pikmin that I have to show doesn't possess this attribute, however. With that said, meet the orange Pikmin, also known as the spiky Pikmin. These Pikmin have round orange bodies and short limbs. Unlike other Pikmin, they only possess one large eye. Their most prominent feature, however, are their sharp spikes that come out of their skin. These Pikmin are slightly shorter than the standard Pikmin and weaker as well. They walk on two legs while spreading out their limbs, but are prone to being easily frightened and will run from enemies if given the opportunity. Due to their weakness, they will not attack enemies, which poses as a significant drawback. However, when they are afraid, their spikes become sharper, and if they are eaten, the predator may end up taking a small amount of damage. These Pikmin can also withdraw their spikes back into their bodies, allowing them to be picked up by the player character at will. They can be thrown at enemies to damage them and slow them down. They can also be used to pop balloon enemies that are flying about and bring them down for other Pikmin to attack as well. However, they would still be useless against enemies covered in hard or metal skin. Another significant drawback is that due to their short limbs, these Pikmin would be unable to carry objects of any sort, including orange pellets, so Pikmin of other types would need to do this task for them. Well, that was a lot of material for one Pikmin, but I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's move on to the final Pikmin type. Meet the dark Pikmin. I don't really have any alternative name for them as they were inspired by probably my favorite type in Pokemon, being the dark type, so I wanted to keep the name intact. These Pikmin are black in color, have very short stature, and versatile limbs that allow them to run faster. They also have a more serious and meanish demeanor compared to other Pikmin, and can be a little more aggressive as well. They would be the smallest Pikmin type, being even shorter than the white Pikmin. Inspired by ninjas, their main feature is their prominence in the art of stealth. When moving about in the shadows, they are completely invisible to detection. Furthermore, they possess the ability to wall jump, allowing them to reach higher surfaces by bouncing off of them. Due to their small size, these Pikmin would only possess about half the strength compared to other Pikmin. For example, something that requires 10 Pikmin to carry would take 20 dark Pikmin instead. As part of their stealthy capabilities, these Pikmin would be able to sneak behind creatures, adding a fun dynamic to different enemy mechanics. They are also more powerful during night expeditions, a feature that is being added in Pikmin 4. During the nighttime, they are rendered completely undetectable, and can go as far as walk around enemies while carrying objects to not be attacked as long as they don't touch or provoke them. When the player character commands dark Pikmin to go in a certain direction, they would automatically run the path that contains the most shadows. Finally, they would also be very light in weight, allowing them to be thrown higher than other species. And with that, these are all of the new Pikmin types that I have to present today. This was definitely a fun topic to research, and I plan to make more Pikmin related videos in the future, though it might be after Pikmin 4's launch. The next one that I have planned is going to be a little something different, which I will reveal at a later date. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and please consider subscribing for more content. I can't wait to play Pikmin 4 myself next week, and I hope that you will all have fun with the game as well. But for now, farewell good gamers, and I'll see you next time. Peace.